Welcome to Corvallis, Oregon, in the house Ocho Cinco and Hushmanzada built. Reser Stadium, home to the Oregon State Beavers. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the USC Trojans. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Oregon State Beavers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Trojans will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oregon State's offense will start this game off. This has an old-school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
Yeah, the old school because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention, but this guy's so good. He is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, we clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Scanning the field, it's McCoy. Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
First down here for the offense. The give to the back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
7, Oregon State, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, to give, looking for room. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. To the air, it's McCoy. He's going for it all. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He makes the connection. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Beavers will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. On the return, it's Branch. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, David. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
They'll throw it on first down. Complete to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Marks. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Leaves it with the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Gain of 4. 2nd down coming up.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Touchdown, USC! What a grab and go for the score. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, once upon a time, North Carolina, Virginia was as big as it gets in college football. It is the South's oldest rivalry, and it's now a final. North Carolina was able to finish off a close one in Chapel Hill. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Beavers come to the line in the hurry-up.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Tackled, but he has a first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 balls at the 18.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Powers through the defender. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
Looking for room. It's Marks. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
On the move. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. What a disappointment. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a few touchdown lead at 14. Line gets set, first down.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Dropping back, it's McCoy. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. The Beavers headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 3rd. Working on the right. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Nothing but green ahead. That is exactly what you want to do with a football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Touchdown, Oregon State. What a catch and run for 6.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting a touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. His passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Quarterback checking off. On second down, looking again to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Robinson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The give to the back. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Trojans have it in scoring position on first and goal. Quarterback will keep it. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they take it in for 6 more points. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
Throws to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Makes the grab. It's Carr. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. On second down, he'll let it fly. He'll pull it down and run. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's McCoy. Quick strike complete. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Third down coming up.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
That's the end of the first half. With the score.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from there in Corvallis. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Reser Stadium.
The Beavers will kick it away to crank up the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they've built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made...
He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it at the 15. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Trojans. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. To the ground. He's got it again. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense set on first down.
29 Philly. Reload.
Rides to the back. Just destroying his way through the field. Oh, look out. There he goes. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. Wants to throw. It's McCoy. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The offense starts with a short field.
42 Spider.
On the run, it's Marks. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Looking to the big tight end. He's open on the right. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense.
First and goal, USC.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Trojans! And the stomping has commenced.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
35, Oregon State, 7.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going here.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Finds his tight end. Running through contact. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I love the coverage in the back end by the secondary. That DB was glued to the wide receiver. He was just staying right behind him. He was able to locate the ball and get his paw out there to knock it down.
Looking downfield, it's McCoy. What great protection, and he lets it go down the middle. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Beavers are marching down the field. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He's got it. Got enough space. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Beaver! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, just run positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And that's incomplete. A defender. Round 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on 1 time. Excellent coverage that time, didn't give him any room to set up the big return. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Pulls and fires complete.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
This offense has a second down play. To the air, it's McCoy. Zings it complete to the right. Really confident throw and catch there. Big. Have a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's caught downfield. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Slams ahead. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Trying to bully their way in. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it.
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Looking for a crease. It's Marks. At the 20, he's got space. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. And the offense says thank you very much for the free 5 yards. 1st and 5. Running to the left. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And after having a nice game like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
Turns it on in midfield. He's off to the races. Obliterates him, still on the move. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Trojans will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. The give to the tailback. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football.
Touchdown, USC! And the beatdown has ensued. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Looking to move it through the air. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop, but the sweet moving catch is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football. No.
And he intercepts it. Got room on the return. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Texas State just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in San Marcos. They'll enjoy this one all week. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Makes the catch. It's Hankerson. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Looking for a man. It's McCoy. They're trying to get to him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being this.
Makes the catch down the right side. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to pass. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Easy.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and are still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the
pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Got his man all by himself. down, but way too little, way too late. They still do count it for seconds.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to advance on the football.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the up.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Not a lot on the return. That is, they've got it at the 49. First down for this offense. Looking for a man. It's McCoy. It's complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They're bringing heat. They get to him as he throws. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit him right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.